I'm Stacy Gordon. Welcome to That's My Jam. A while back, I made a video about sweet chili lime chicken skewers. I mentioned in the video that I keep these skewers in my freezer at all times. They're great for pulling out on a night when you just don't feel like cooking and you want something super quick and super easy, but delicious. I had a couple people reach out to me and say, okay, great, you showed us how to cook them, but you didn't really tell us much about the product itself. In this episode, I'm going to be making a different variety of the skewers. So today, I'll talk a little bit more about where they come from. The company who makes these skewers is Marcangelo. They're a company out of Canada, and while they have a huge variety of wonderful products, not every product is available in every market. In Kentucky, the only place I can find these products is Kroger. And at least for right now, the only products they sell are the skewers. But there are a few different varieties, and today I'm going to be making a different one. These are bacon-wrapped beef petite tender skewers. They're seasoned with a Montreal-inspired spice, and today we're going to be preparing them in a skillet. And while those are cooking up, I'm going to show you how to make some incredible roasted asparagus. Let's get started. I've picked up a nice batch of organic asparagus. I tend to go for a medium-sized asparagus. I think they cook up really nice, and honestly, it's just a matter of personal preference. The first thing we're going to do is get these hard ends off our asparagus. Now, it might be tempting just to lay these on a cutting board and cut all the ends off at once, but the fact of the matter is, each piece of asparagus has a different cutoff spot. Let me show you what I mean. You want to grasp the tender end of the asparagus and the hard end. If you bend it, it will break where it's supposed to break. This part gets discarded. Let me show you that again. You can see that those two broke in a completely different place. That's why it's important to do each piece separately. With this method, the asparagus knows where it needs to break. Once we've done that, I'm going to wash these up. Now I want to make sure that my asparagus is not wet. So I'm just placing them on a paper towel and blotting off as much moisture as I can. I'm going to be cooking these in my air fryer today. So I've got my pan and I'm going to use one of these air fryer liners. We'll place our asparagus on the liner and we want to make sure they're not touching each other or overlapping. Now I'm going to use some olive oil that contains some Tuscan herbs. This is the same type of olive oil you might use to dip your bread. I'm going to lightly coat each piece of asparagus. If you want to make sure they're completely coated, you can move them around a little bit in the oil. Now I'm going to use a little salt and pepper. And we're ready to place these in the air fryer. I'm going to place my pan on the air fryer level and adjust my setting to 7 minutes on 400 degrees. In a small skillet, I'll put 1 pat of butter. I'm going to get this going on a medium-high heat. These skewers are 145 calories each, So 1 serving or 2 skewers, 290 calories. Once our butter's hot, we're gonna lay these skewers right in the pan. After a couple minutes, I'm gonna flip these over. Now I'm gonna flip these on their side. And then one more flip to the side we haven't cooked yet. Once these are done, I'm going to take them out and lay them on a paper towel just to get a little bit of the grease off. While we were searing that last side, my asparagus is done. I'm ready to get all of this on a plate. Guys, this looks incredible. I ended up cooking these skewers for 8 minutes, 2 minutes on each of the 4 sides. You can adjust based on how well done you like your beef. My asparagus, I cooked for 7 minutes. Again, you can go 6 minutes, you can go 8 minutes. It really just depends on the size of your asparagus and how tender you want it. I'm pulling these off of the skewers to eat them. Mine's a tiny bit pink. That's how I like it. Let's see how this tastes, and then we'll try the asparagus. Plenty of seasoning and big flavor on that bacon wrapped beef. And the asparagus is a perfect accompaniment. Today I made these skewers in a skillet. You can air fry them, you can put them on the grill, you can broil them. Any way that you can cook beef, you can cook these skewers. If you time everything right, you can be completely done with this meal, start to finish, in about 20 minutes. Just so there's no more questions about who makes the skewers, I'll put a link to Marcangelo down in the comments. I hope you have a great rest of the week. I'll see you soon. In the meantime, keep jamming.